another question today. I'm coming to you answering the question, why do we recommend to draw circles freehand instead of using tools to make perfect circles? I have seen many drawings that actually have beautiful perfect circles in them where people use tools like, I don't know, a cup or like a round something round, or even a compass to make perfect circles. And that seems desirable because, of course, it's beautiful to have the perfect circle, but why don't we want that in Neurographica? So, starting off with the idea that in Neurographica we actually communicate with our subconscious. So, when we draw a circle, our subconscious speaks to us through the way that our hand makes the circle. And I oftentimes experience that my hand, when I trust it and I don't try to control it too much, makes a circle that is larger than I thought, smaller than I thought, not as perfect, not as round, maybe a little bit egg-shaped, or maybe something else. And this is exactly what we want in Neurographica. We want to have the little unexpected pieces there, because if I just want to have a perfect drawing with my perfect circles in the perfect places where I place them, then this drawing is not alive. When I draw circles with my hand, though, I promise you, if you practice a lot, if you draw a lot of drawings, your circles will actually get rounder. So, if you really want to practice, just draw circles. But actually having these other shapes that are round, of course, but that are not perfect in your drawings can be a source of insight. Sometimes, I feel that my circle is too small and I want to make it bigger, and I kind of live with the multi-layeredness of it, for example, going around the circle many times, and some get really thick, for example, the outline, and then maybe it's my emphasis at some point in the drawing, or it just creates more structure in the drawing. And yeah, it's really an exercise in trusting yourself, in trusting that your subconscious knows, so that whenever we ask a question in the drawing, or whenever we see something in the drawing, we see a circle there, and we trust that whatever my hand does is exactly what I need to know. This is like an intention that I always set, that whatever I create will be exactly what I need to see, will show me exactly what I need to see. And this is only possible if I allow it to be imperfect. So really, Neurographica, I like to call it a beautiful cure for perfectionism. And if you feel the urge to create perfect circles, I want to invite you to investigate with yourself. Why do you need perfect circles? Why are the circles that you make not good enough? And whenever you do draw circles just freehand, what happens? Do you hear the judgments in your thoughts? Do you like the judgments in your thoughts? Is that something that you want to follow them? Be like, okay, I have to make a perfect circle. Or is there a way to maybe investigate deeper and see how can I change my thoughts instead of changing my circles? So that would be an invitation of really inquiring, because that is in the end what Neurographica is all about. Neurographica is a practice of working on our inner world, on our inner relationship. That includes those critical thoughts that tell you that your circles are not good enough. So the question there would be, why do you think you're not good enough? And where else does this show up in your life? And how can you work on that instead of fixing it by making a perfect circle. So I hope that that makes sense. And in a way, I feel that the invitation is really to fall in love with your own imperfection, accept and respect and acknowledge and honor your imperfection, and yeah, kind of learn to connect with yourself through all the different layers, through these kind of nagging thoughts. Because whenever we start hearing the thoughts, that's where we become aware. That's where we need to pay attention. So we don't want to kind of erase the thing that made the thought come up. So I don't want to like work on my circle more. I want to work on myself more. And yeah, that's going to eventually lead you to where you can see something different in your drawings, and where you can recognize that these imperfections are really there for a reason. And hopefully you can learn to trust your hand. So whenever you want to start to trust yourself more, put away the tools and start drawing however imperfect circles that they are with your hands, and start trusting that whatever your hand creates there is going to be exactly what you need to see. So I hope that this is valuable, and if you want to learn more about Neurographica, come into the basics course where we draw circles, a lot of circles, and where we work on those inner stories.